Swamp, where we study magnetic fields and other cool stuff. Created in 1.0.5.
Now you may be wondering, what is this image? Well, teams of Swamp employees have found this mysterious world, and we are still trying to figure out a name for it. But many call it the Backrooms. We found 2 levels, and we are calling the first one Level 0. Now, here at Swamp, we explore this Backrooms place, and we would love to inform you about everything, give you intel about the Backrooms. Well, shall we get started? I am your host, John Hassel, for this first review of the Backrooms, Level 0. Now, we don't know much about this place, so it would be great if you donated to us to explore this mysterious realm. We are hoping to get funding from the US government soon. But enough of this whack and talk. Let's get to the good stuff you are desperately wanting. Now, we are doing a section-based layout for these videos, where we have 6 sections. The first one is the intro, the second is the layout, the third is the exit plus entrance, the fourth is monsters, the fifth is how to survive, and the sixth is the outro. Now you may have reacted badly when I said monsters, and there are monsters in this place. We know about 1, but this section isn't that. We are here for the layout. I shall get started. This level has stripped mono-yellow wallpaper, fluorescent lights that make an annoying buzz, and wet carpet. The fluorescent lights seem to make people go crazy the more you hear it, and we put that sound in this video. And don't worry, it won't affect you in the front rooms, only the back rooms. What are the front rooms? Another way to call reality, the one we live in. But back to the back rooms. The wet carpet appears to have a liquid inside of it. We selected and tested it, and don't let me tell you that it's not safe to drink. However, let's move on to the layout. In the layout, this level is like a maze, but not a normal one, a detached one, meaning it is a system of rooms and hallways mashed up together, with pillars as well. Well, that's about it for the layout part. Let's move on to how you enter and exit. So how do you end up in this yellow hell? Well, we enter from a portal, but that is very classified. Normal civilians can't go through the portal. There is another way, however. It's called no-clipping. We don't know how it works at all. We are constantly studying that. But think of it like when you glitch through a wall in your favorite video game. It's like that, but with the ground. Then you end up in the back rooms. So a raising question is, how the heck do I escape? One simple answer, you don't. We don't know any exits to reality, nor to the other levels. That information is still pending. So, that's about all we know. We shall move on to the monsters, or entities. We are at the entity section. Now there's only one in this level. It has 2 names, the Howler and Bacteria. My personal favorite is the Bacteria. You can choose which one you like. Anyway, about this entity, it looks like a black mess, like a scribbled drawing of a monster, only 7 feet tall and brought to life. It has a siren for a head that howls when it sees a human or prey. This entity has good hearing, but crap seeing and smelling. So if you see it, and it hears you, better start running, because this entity can kill you easily, normally by tearing you in half, leaving your bloody corpse on the floor, and watching you die. This entity can be defeated, though, but not by shooting the head or groin. It isn't human after all. You have to attack it in the legs. It has small stumps, so you can trip it and leave it crawling. Well, that about concludes the monster. Let's go over to how to survive. Now when you enter this hell, you may seem hopeless, lost, and alone. And you are all those things. There is no way to find food or water, so your best bet is to somehow find the next level, hoping it is something better. And just avoid the bacteria. Also know, if you see any SOMP employees, don't get excited. We don't have enough material to bring you home. That's sorta it. Let's move on to the end. Here we are at the end. I shall recap. This is a mono-yellow detached maze with buzzing lights that will make you go crazy. There's a monster that can kill you easily. You enter by portal or no clipping. There is no way to exit, to what we know. And there aren't many good ways to sustain life. Well, that's about it. Have yourself a great day. Get your loved ones, as who knows, you could one day end up in level 0 with the others. Don't forget to check into this channel to learn more about the Backrooms. John Hassel out.
Intel, where we explore the occult levels and kill entities. 61505. May God bless our ears for the horrors we have seen.
Hey! Welcome to this review of Level 1. Now you may remember the first video, and we want to clarify some things. We finally got funding from the US government, so we can explore the Backrooms even more. We also changed our company name to Intel, because we want to intel you about this mysterious realm known as the Backrooms. We are no longer doing magnetic field studies. And to clarify, our CEO, William Miklar, isn't a bad guy, so don't trust everything on the newspaper. Well, that's it for the boring stuff. Let's dive into this level we found, called Level 1. We thoroughly explored and studied it, and man, this is gonna be good. So welcome me, your host, John Hassel again. We are low on voicing employees, so if you have a good radio voice, call us up. But enough of that, let's go to the layout. So to the layout. This level looks like an abandoned warehouse with crates spread around. There is also drinkable water on the floor. A cool mist covers this level as well. It is unknown why this is, but we guess it causes the water on the floor to appear. Now we have been working on a classification system for the levels, and this level is a Class 1 level, meaning it is safe, stable, and has a minimal entity count. This level has a maze-like layout, and sometimes you can find wide rooms that lead to white hallways. We call these white hallways the second section of this level, and in said second section, you can find many hallways that are maze-like, but longer. Well, that's about it for the layout. We shall move on. So you still have many questions from the last review of Level 0, so I will answer the most common two. How do you escape Level 2, and where do you escape to? Well, you exit Level 0 by finding a gray staircase, going down, not up. Then, when you go down the staircase, you'll be greeted with Level 1. There is no turning back, however, but that's for the better, ain't it? Now to the actual Level 1 exit. In Section 2 of the level, if you look hard enough, you can find a black door with the number 2 on it. Open her up, and you'll be greeted with Level 2. And we haven't explored Level 2 yet, but we will soon. Remember, here at Intel, we want to intel you about the Backrooms. We will try our best for high-quality reviews. So if you end up in the Backrooms and you watched or listened to our reviews, you will know what to do. That about sums up the exit and entrance. Let's move on to one of my favorites, the entities. Now in this level, you can sometimes find one entity. We don't know about any more. We only know one. That one entity is called the Doller. The Doller, or Entity 2, is a creature similar to the bacteria/howler. It looks sort of the same, but it doesn't have a siren as a head. It has a long face with some blacked out eyes. It sort of looks like a black skeleton with wires connecting to it. But don't be scared, because you should be horrified. This entity can go through walls, and it has a running speed of 60 miles per hour, or 96.56 kilometers. It also has a brutal way to kill you. It does this by snapping your individual bones until you are unable to move. Then it will tear you piece by piece and slowly eat you while you're still alive. So avoid this entity at all costs, and avoid the black water puddles it forms in those. That is about it for this entity. Let's dive deeper. So, how do you survive in this place? Well, we can happily tell you that this level is habitable. Some nickname it the habitable zone, but it's not that popular yet. So anyway, remember the crates I mentioned? That plays an important role. In the crates spread around, you can find some random things, like hair, loose change, nails, some building equipment, and most importantly, food and water. There is also another way to get water. The puddles on the floor. We tested them, and they have no bacteria, and can never get bacteria ever. So if you feel like drinking from the ground for fresh water like a dog, go ahead. I mean, I do the same. Just avoid the black water puddles. You can easily see a difference between normal water and bad water. The bad water is pitch black, while the normal water is clear, and you can see the concrete ground faintly from it. So that's it. We are closing in at the end now. Now to the outro. I will recap on this level. This level appears to be an abandoned warehouse with crates that have supplies in them. There's an entity called the Doler. You can enter this level by going into a staircase going down in level 0. And you can exit by going into the second section and finding a door with the number 2 on it. Well, that concludes it all. Have yourself a great day. Kiss your loved ones, as who knows, you could one day end up in level 0 with the others. And also, don't forget to check into this channel to learn more about the Backrooms. John Hassel out.
Where we explore the occult levels and kill entities. 61505. May God bless our ears for the horrors we have seen.
Have you ever had this dream of cramped, dark hallways with few lights to let you see, and not to forget the feel of someone there? Well, in a new Backrooms level we discovered that nightmare comes to reality. So in this broadcast, we will be explaining everything about this new level we discovered. So welcome me, your host John Hassel, for this review of level 2. Now let's not waste any time and jump straight into the action. Now let's talk layout. In this level, which is also named Pipe Dreams, it is a class 4 level, meaning it is unsafe, unstable, and has a high entity count. It is a tight corridor with pipes on the side of the wall. The pipes are also very hot, boiling hot even. We don't know what is in them. All we know is that they are hot. So don't touch them unless you want 3rd-degree burns. We learned that the hard way. Anyway, there aren't many lights, so it gets dark, then light, then dark again. This level is similar to a maze, but with extremely long hallways that can go on for kilometers on end. The biggest one recorded yet was 100 kilometers, or 622 miles. A big one, ain't it? But we don't know if they can get bigger. Well, that's it for the layout. Let's get to how you enter this level. So how do you end up in this pipe hell? Well, it brings us back to level 1. In level 1, when you are in the second section, you will find many doors. Find a door with the number 2 on it, then go through. Once you are in, the door will close automatically, sealing your fate. Then it disappears when you look away, revealing more hallway. Now, how the heck do you escape? Well, you can escape by finding a door with the number 3, or by finding a hole in the floor and hopping down. Then, you will enter level 3. But this is the review of level 2, not 3, and we haven't explored much of level 3 yet. But that about concludes that. Let's get to the good part, and my favorite part, the entities. Ever since the last review, we have found some new entities, especially in level 2. There are 2 of them, and maybe more to be found. So here's the first one, Entity 33. Its name is the Skin Stealer. Let me clarify something. The first number is the order in which it was discovered, and the second number is the danger class. So this entity has a class 3, meaning it is aggressive. It kills on sight, or KOS. It isn't helpful, that should be obvious, and it has a 80% survival rate. Now, the skin stealer is also pretty weird. When it kills their prey, they wear the skin of the person and pretends to be human. And I must say that a skinwalker is an insanely good actor, because it is hard to tell any difference. It is scary, because who knows if your friend in the Backrooms is human or not. Well, on to the next entity. Entity 4-1. Its name is the male death moth. It doesn't do much, which is why it has a class 1. A class 1 means it's neutral. It does nothing. Just there. It also has a 100% survival rate. So, that's all the entities for now. We will update you if any new ones come out, via newspaper. So, how do you live in this nightmare? Simple question with a simple answer. You don't. I recommend getting out of this level as fast as you can, so you don't die. There are no areas to sleep, find food, or even water. So the best thing, in order to survive, is to get the hell out of there. Well, here we are at the end. I shall recap. This level is a tight hallway with pipes on the wall. It is dimly lit. There are 2 entities, the skin stealer and the male death moth. You enter by finding a door with the number 2 on it in section 2 of level 1. Then you exit by finding a door with a number 3, or by finding a hole in the floor. There are no good ways to survive, so get out quickly. And that's about it. Have yourself a great day. Kiss your loved ones, as who knows, you might end up in level 0 with the others. Don't forget to check into this channel to learn more about this realm. John Hassel out.
We'll explore the occult levels and entities. 61505. May God bless our hearts.
Hello there! Welcome to this review of a new Backrooms level. This level is called Level or the Electrical Station. We will talk about everything in this level, as we have discovered a lot. And guess what? We got a new voicer, also known as me! I'm Will Ginn. I'm your host for this review. So I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's not waste any time and get into this!
Will, you need to calm down. This is serious.
Alright, sorry boss. So level is a class 5 level, meaning it is unsafe, unstable, and has an entity infestation. Now this level is like levels 1 and 2. There are sometimes big hallways and big rooms. On the walls you can find pipes, wires, and random tech. Sometimes there's electrified water on the floor. It is also very dark, very little light. In these rooms you can find cool electrical stuff, and sometimes it looks like it's from another generation, future or past. Hell, we even found a computer that looked exactly like the first one ever made. That's weird, ain't it? But this place, the Backrooms, is weird anyway, so it evens out. Back to topic, some places are closed off by a gate. Those places play a key role somewhere else. You just have to wait and see, so let's move on to the next section. Now, how do you enter this cool place with electrical stuff? Well, in level 2, you can find a door with the number 3 on it, or go and fall into a hole in level 2. Then, how do you exit this place to the next level? Well, you have to use the gates as I said in section 2. To open up the gates, you need to find the main power room in this level, which is in the middle, in theory. But when you are in there, you'd better be an electrician because the machinery is complicated. Then, if you somehow manage to turn on the machinery, all the lights within a 1 kilometer radius will turn on, and this also keeps entities away. Then, in the light area, all the gates will open. You have to find the right one and go through it. Once you do, wait a few minutes. If your vision starts cutting out and looks like it's glitching, you know you're at the exit. Because once you fully lose your vision, you will be in level 4. That's it for the exit and entrance. Let's move on to the scariest part, the entities. So we discovered new entities, and more to find out about. The first one is Entity 5, with a danger class of 4. Its name is the female death moth, and with the danger class of 4, it does these. It's KOS, kills on sight, not helpful, has tons of stamina, and has a 50% survival rate. It looks just like the male one, but bigger and deadlier. It lives in hives of the male version, and unlike normal life, the males lay eggs and the females put the baby in them. I'm not gonna explain the birds and the bees right now. Search it up on your own time. The second one is Entity 6. Its name is the Smiler. It has a danger class of... It's KOS, kills on sight. It is not helpful, and it has a 80% survival rate. This entity looks like a glowing smiley face, but with very sharp white teeth, and red or white eyes. When it has red eyes, that means it sees you. When it doesn't, it hasn't seen you yet. This entity also lives in the dark, so we have never seen its full body. Not even the survivors. Flashlights don't illuminate its body, but it does make the Smiler hiss and leave. It is weak to light. Finally, the last entity, Entity 7, it has a danger class. Its name is the Hound. With a class, it does these. It's KOS, kills on sight. It is not helpful, and it has a 80% survival rate. Now, hounds are human and dog looking. The human part of it makes it look pale, but naked, and the dog part makes it walk on all floors. This entity is also known for being able to become a pet to humans, but this has only been done once, and we're still looking into how the hell you tame this thing. However, when it's not tamed, it will chase you whenever it sees you. Its weakness is electricity, so use that to your advantage. That's about it for the entities. Let's go to the next section. So, how do you survive? That's a great question. You don't. It's just like level 2. It is even more dangerous. So it's best to get the hell out as fast as possible. We're moving on. Well, let's recap. This level is dark and has a bunch of electrical stuff. You enter by a door in level 2 or by a hole. You exit by opening a gate and watching your vision fade. There are 3 entities, the female death moth, the Smiler, and the Hound. There are no good ways to survive as well. Well, that's all we have for you today. Have yourself a great day. Kiss your loved ones, as who knows, you might end up in level 0 with the others. Don't forget to tune into this channel for more. All new info about entities and other stuff will be uploaded via newspaper. Will Gen out.
Crazy, all for the love of you. Crazy. crazy, all for the love of you. Crazy, all for the love of you. Daisy, if we were answer to I'm crazy, all for the love of you. Daisy, if we were answer to I'm crazy.